someone for news like myself. So it's good to when we colloquialize and we hang around each other, we are doing smart stuff. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage Mr. Maximus from Parthas.
What's up, Columbia? How are you? Yes, sir. I feel it's our responsibility to have, since we have the opportunity to speak to many people on a regular basis, to at least once a month give them some meat on those with those potatoes. You know what I mean? Let you know some things that you may or may not be aware of elsewhere. Many times I've seen people find out for the first time some important issues, like we brought the issue of NDAA to our audience here. They didn't know about that, and the private prison industrial complex where our children were being sold. And often it's always bad news. Today ain't got no bad news. No bad news. I ain't got nothing to be complaining about. No bad news. The end of the year. Can you hear me, by the way? I do have some news though. Alright, true. For those that know me, I'm a fucking nerd. I am like the nerdiest cat you're ever gonna meet. I study complexity theory and chaos theory and sociobiology and theology. I love all the ologies and isms. I'm all into that shit. And I've seen people coming to an awakening almost here near the end of 2012, myself included. And one of the things that I've learned to see, and I want to show you how you can see these things too, is called superorganisms. Are you familiar with superorganisms? Say, just make a little noise if you know what a superorganism is. When a leg starts to shake, you are a fucking superorganism. I ain't shit. You are a fucking superorganism. Just think about it like this. In your body, there are somewhere between 50 to 75 trillion cells. In your body, each and every one of your body. And every one of those cells knows exactly what it's got to do. You don't have to tell it shit. It's, I gotta get some oxygen up here. We'll give me some oxygen. It has all the physical aspects your full body has in a little bitty cell. It has all the systems. So you are like a superorganism. Altogether, those 50, 75 trillion cells somehow decided your ass was in charge and you was going to speak for them. It's like they just must have had a class or some kind of gathering of cells and said, who can talk for us? That motherfucker right there, the conglomeration of all of us. So you are a superorganism. Another superorganism would be a virus. We're all familiar with viruses, a superorganism. Also a city, a state, a nation is a superorganism. It is a conglomeration, a collection of individual cells that come together and have its own identity. You create superorganisms. You're able to do that. You're a part of a superorganism. Humanity is what? A superorganism. So I've been learning to see these fucking things. Now I'll be looking at things like, well, oh wait a minute, cocaine is a superorganism. It ain't got no life of its own. It, feeds on other people's lives, but this shit is a superorganism. I was like thinking to myself the other day, I was like, Max, if you could stand like on the moon, right, and have all the cocaine colored blue, you would look down and see this shit just moving all across the planet and shit. It's like a living thing. It's pretty wild. I know it's some eerie shit, but it's pretty wild. So what I want to share with you tonight is that you are a star. You are a superorganism. You got 50 to 75 trillion subjects going. Yes, what is it that you need? Take a crap, pee, eat, whatever you need. Heal something. It's all there inside you, and you're part of a greater, larger whole. The session is a superorganism. The session is a vamp, a badass motherfucker. The session is a superorganism. You're a part of it. It's something bigger than yourself that you're a part of, and you don't control it. You just contribute to it, and it acts on its own. It has its own ideas, its own voice, its own feelings, and you, as a superorganism, can change the world. Now, that's my maximum impact moment for the day. If you like, I'd like to share a poem before I feature with you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I would love to do it without the mic, but I know the people in the back can't hear me, so I'm going to try to hold on to this mic. The there'll never be peace. That's why I keep my pistol when I walk the streets, because there'll never be peace. Pac's prophecy. Rest in peace, bro. Whispers ripple like shadows across peaceful seas, haunting he, she's, and even taunting me's, that what you call peace with the beast will never cease. He deceives us until he sees us release all hope. That's why you should never ever relinquish it, if only for one witness's sake, for he could change all time at the drop of a dime, and oh, what a difference a day makes. Truly, hope may be lost and awaiting patiently to be found anew, but I know hope's cost is to sometimes be lost. And you don't have to go seeking hope. If you have a little faith, then in time a little hope will come to pass for you. Hope is the beauty in the eyes of the beholders, and all the hope in the whole wide world can rest on one pair of shoulders. Y'all know that feeling, right? Yeah. Isn't that what he told us? That if we just focus, we see heirs to his kingdom amidst the legion like locusts. So come dream with me that we might together see the light lifted across the endless waters waves aboard karma-class vessels whose debts have already been paid, like single ways and single days, when every possibility becomes the one called every. On each page and from each age and from every cemetery, heirs that may vary like the grains of sand from the promised land through Abraham's ageless hands, with the gift of free will given to every woman, child, and man to just be. To be just, to be blessed or be damned, to fall from grace or be amazed by it, to simply understand that every hope hero lies near the end of your own damn hands, waiting for the moment that you might think, act, or plan. What you may do with may not be enough for some, but for change to come, we're really only going to need one. One friend, one foe, one servant, one master, one love like the kind that comes after all these goddamn disasters. One hand hesitantly holding up all human hopes on high for one vision, one decision, or one single sign from the sky. So, Session Live, let's give hope another try. You have a little hope, you hold it all for yourself. Then you give a little hope away to somebody else. For hope is a glorious thing like love. And you know it's real because it's felt as if from above. It's one of God's grandest gifts and a simple blessing. So true that to have hope, to find hope, we only need to find someone just like you. Hope. Peace. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's from the Session Live.